Hi guys, LookCatchu here, and this is Oodles of Noodles, a series dedicated to all things noodles. Today we'll be making super easy scallion oil noodles, aka 葱油拌面, which is a classic Shanghai noodle dish. These noodles are super fragrant and are engulfed in that delicious flavor we all know and love, green onions. And you know what else is a green onion? Miku. And she wants you guys to get this video to 200 likes, and I'll buy her this cute stuffy I found at the toy store this week. I think it looks a lot like her. Now let's oodle some scallion oil noodles. So I'm casually strolling through downtown.
Hey, onion head.
You talking to me?
Yeah, you, onion brain. OMG, I'm so sorry.
What was that?
Oh, whenever I make someone cry, I pop out a green onion. Huh?
Thanks. Now that we snatched that from Miku, we'll be working with 3 stalks. Give the onion grass a quick rinse and pitta-patta them dry, roughly slicing them into large strips. We'll be making a scallion infused oil that'll be used to coat the noodles to make them nice and oodly. Let's not forget to slice the whiter parts in half to match the thickness of the green parts. Okay, we love gender equality here in LookCatchu's kitchen. Our strips are around the length of my left pinky, or around 2 inches. As for the oil, to a pan pour in 1/4 cup of vegetable oil. Turn the heat to medium-low and grab our pitta-patta'd dry green onions, gently tossing them into the jacuzzi. Now the onion to oil ratio may look off right now, but just like humans, they'll shrink as time passes. Every so often, toss these scallions around to make sure everything is cooked evenly, and let the onions crisp up until nice and golden brown. It should take around 10 to 15 minutes, depending on how cool you are, okay? But if you're watching me, then you're already super cool. 13 minutes is up, and our scallions are looking nice and scallion-y. Fish the fried onions out and onto some paper towels, letting the oil in these adult potato chips drain away. And if you could just smell this fragrant oil, so fragrant, I can put it in my essential oil diffuser, which I've never done before because that is not fun. Anyways, for the noodles, we need Asian wheat noodles. And since this is a Shanghai dish, we are using Shanghai style noodles. A thin thickness is used in the traditional dish, and it contains no eggs. But you can use any Asian noodles you fancy. Thin, thick, dry, or fresh. It is up to you, mon ami. That's French for my friend. Let's cook these noodles according to the packaged instructions, which is for 1 minute, letting it micro-buble away. But don't get too caught up because 1 minute is up, so let's fish them out and into a bowl. But let me tell ya, there's a little scallion oil controversy. And by controversy, I mean the debate going on in my own head. You see, some recipes will ask you to stir fry the noodles in a hot wok with the scallion oil and sauce. Oui. But there's a problem with that. Oh, LookCatchu, what is the problem? Well, let me enlighten you, since I graduated from scallion oil noodle school. That rhymed. The stir fry method only works if you're using chow mein, lo mein, or udon. Why? Because they can hold their texture better, okay? It is meant to be chow and mained. But these traditional Shanghai noodles are delicate and won't work the best when stir fried because they'll break apart easier and turn soggy faster. So LookCatchu, what do we do now? Don't worry, mon ami, I have a solution to make this dish foolproof. Cause the only fool here in LookCatchu's kitchen is the skunk that sprayed Miku. You don't need to stir fry it. Simply drizzle on 1 tablespoon of regular soy sauce directly into the noodle bowl. Now to give the noodles the iconic mahogany brown color, we need dark soy sauce, 1 tablespoon of it. And to balance out that umami poppiness, sprinkle on 1 teaspoon of white granulated sugar for a touch of color. Let's finally slice a stalk of fresh green onion, plop it on into the noodle bowl as well. And finally, to make these noodles LookCatchu style, let's heat up the scallion oil on high, which is around 1/4 cup, until chopsticks form around your bubble. Carefully pour it on top of the noodles and try to aim for the freshly sliced green onions. But if you're afraid of the sizzle sazzle, then we can't be friends. So to my enemies, you can simply drizzle the cold oil right on top of the noodles. But who doesn't love a dinner and a show? I actually like to make the scallion oil in bulk. Store them in a jar refrigerated for my weekly emergency noodle fix. And oh, LookCatchu! There we have it, scallion noodles, oil style. Let's garnish with the fried onions. Sprinkle on more fresh scallions. And before the noodles oodle, let's dig in. Alright, so this is the finished product. And I'm super excited. Ooh. Alright, cheers. First bites for you. Nom nom nom. When you first take a bite, you get hit with that oh so fragrant scallion flavor. Then you chew a little and you reach that nice and savory sauce. Has a hint of sweetness, and the noodles are definitely very chewy. Gotta have a bite with the crispy onions. It's literally like an onion chip. Adds a nice crisp to the noodles, as well as a hint of smokiness and a bit of caramelized onion flavor. The scallion flavor definitely comes through, or shall I say green onion. Here in Canada, we call scallions green onions. I'm typically a thick noodle person, but these thin noodles, if you boil them correctly, aka boil them al dente, they still retain a nice chew. Alright, so this gets LookCatchu's stamp of approval. And I'll see you guys next time. Got a mini smiley frog for Miku. Eat. That was fast. And if you're still here, comment Miku is an onion brain to confuse everyone.